So as always, timestamps exist in case you just want to move forward, but again, I'm doing the series, or completing it, to be thorough at this point. On top of that, I think I'm going to have to run Haru Urara for the next Champions Meet. I don't know how great I can get my aces and or Musume to be, but I guess we'll find out. But otherwise, as to be expected, we're just going to be using the exact same gold chip. There's nothing really special here. Again, at this point, I'm just going through the series of the Legend Cup races, just to at least, if nothing else, as I show you the rival Tokai Teio, just so anyone newer can see if you want some data, basically. I shrug, that's all I really have to say. Nimble Navigator. But as we move on, that's going to be a Pace Chaser Tokai Teio, right? But anywho, yeah. So for the Champions meeting, I'm for certain probably going to have to run an Urara. I just kind of looked at what might be happening for Gemini Cup, and I think I have to run Haru Urara. It makes me feel a little sad as I parfait here, because I did not 3-star my Haru Urara. Not that that matters, but I just like how she looks. That's basically the only reason why. Otherwise, I mean, I really am just gonna force Haru Urara. There's like an 80% chance I field her for this Gemini Cup. And the direct reason is basically there's going to be too many Narita Taishins, I would predict. And even if that weren't the case, or even if that is the case, there are trainers who are going to take measures, but they're not going to be the majority. Again, you're not trying to beat, if I didn't already say it already, we'll say it now, along with other trainers who will say the same, but you're not trying to beat the stronger trainers. You're trying to beat everyone else who's a bit more casual with Musume. But as we move on here, we'll watch this first race and we'll see what we do for the other two races. But yeah, without further ado, yeah, I'm going to have to run Haru Urara. There's just too much. Now that also hurts me a little bit as well, but doesn't hurt as much. I'm pretty sure Gold Chip doesn't get to use her ult. By the way, self-proclaimed person who likes training Gold Chip, by the way. Because of the requirements for Gold Chip to use her unique. But that also follows for Narita Taishin's Sleeping Lion recovery skill. If you didn't know, essentially that Sleeping Lion... Sleeping Lion? I'm going crazy. Now I need to check to make sure. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm going crazy. That's not the right thing. Yeah, Sleeping Lion, it procs based on distance that Narita Taishin is, on top of considering the gap between first and last place. And Haru Urara, if you haven't seen Haru Urara run Ryu Nikimen, and in case anyone forgot, yeah, that distance is going to be way too large for Narita Taishin to use Sleeping Lion effect, essentially. But the same for Gold Chip's unique skill. The trick here is that Narita Taishin really wants to use her stamina as opposed to Gold Chip wanting to use her unique, because either way, Gold Chip will be, well, a properly built Gold Chip will be using her other skills anyway, although it will hurt to not be able to use it. But still, that's why I'm also going to be running a second ace as well. It's probably going to be Ogre Cap. I probably might have to force her to Pace Chaser too, just because for Gorman. But as we get into the final leg and last spurt here, yeah, we should be able to pull forward. We did not proc a single acceleration skill, did we? Doesn't really matter because we should pass everyone up. Again, if you've trained for the Taurus Cup at any length, and by that I mean you have an acceleration skill medium S and 1200 speed here, with enough proper stamina you should be able to survive this easily. Like, again, if you're training for Champions Meeting, you're essentially also training your Musume for other races that are not strictly PvP as well. So shrug, right? But anywho, as we get drop kicked here, yeah, we're gonna go through. I think I'm just still gonna do the same thing and field Symboli Rudolf and Ogre Cap. But for the other 2 days of Tokai Teio, I'm gonna just force Gold Chip just to see how many trophies I can get. So, as we move on here, again, in case no one's seen it, these are essentially the same Musume I used in the Taurus Cup. I got 3rd place, by the way, if you didn't already know, but shrug. I think I just sent in Gold Chip again. Well, that's fine, I guess. We'll do Symboli Rudolf next. We can skip this one. Actually, I'm going to parfait this one. The star pieces are worth more than the parfait, in my opinion. Unless, of course, you never get to potential up. Unless you can never get to potential up, just period, I guess. That's the end of the sentence. But hey. Otherwise, when the race starts and we get to the next timestamp, I'll be happy to go over my training, the training I've decided on. It's nothing too special yet because I'm still testing things out. And particularly, yes, I'm also one of the trainers who's using Rare McQueen for a lot of the inspirations. Now, when I'm actually training, in my case, Gold Chip as my first ace, I will be using a different deck, but it's going to look a little different. I think I'm also going to test things. That's the quote-unquote good thing about not using, or after I use all of my guest trainings, which I have 3, if you didn't know, or if someone forgot. To explain what I mean further, yeah, it's... Oh my goodness, getting rushed. That flummoxed me for a moment. But yeah, I basically have a lot of Guts cards, and I decided to just pull the trigger and level up my Machikane Tannhauser Guts SSR. So that means I do have an Air Groove Machikane Tannhauser and the Shop Haru Urara SSR Guts card available to use. Now, whether or not I'll use them effectively, well, that's what I said. As I said earlier, using the a run where I'm not using any guests, I can test it out and see. If nothing else, I can refine my Team Trials team, because now I can definitely make increase my rank, basically. Not increase my rank, but increase my grade to get the first time rewards. But I hope that rush doesn't actually destroy me. I don't think we procced our stamina skill, so I'm gonna look at where Gold Chip starts spurting here, and we're gonna see what happens. She's probably gonna spurt slower though, if I had to say. We do get an acceleration skill, but doesn't look good. We're passing Tokai Teio here. We should pass Mihono Bourbon as well. Bourbon. I'll say Bourbon. And unless we just flatline at the end stamina-wise, we should be okay. So yeah, just rewinding to Gemini Cup for a moment. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't regret not scouting during the Naruto Taishin or any other banner, pretty much. If you didn't already know, as we run out of stamina there, animation. But yeah, if you didn't already know, to mention again, I essentially am waiting for 30,000 carats, and even if I have 30,000 carats, I'm waiting for very specific scouting periods, so to say. And so I will not be the one scouting period I might do. Might is the operative word here. Operative? Important word? You get what I mean. It's probably going to be Christmas Ogre Cap, just to at least keep myself alive. I do need to at least scout on one of these Musume banners, seriously. If for no other reason than to fill out the rest of my roster. As you may have noticed, I am missing Musume that I should have, like Air Groove, Mayano Top Gun. I think at least 2 others, and if I get any other 3 stars, that would be nice as well, but... yeah, as we get a late start here. The important thing for my account overall, or my career as a trainer, is to hard scout into an Musume banner at some point. And then later on to maybe support cards again, but we'll see. I'm making the best use of the free, free event cards. Literally a repeat of what we saw in my finals, which is not great. And I was gonna lose anyway, but, yeah, or I get 3rd place anyway, but it's not great seeing rushed. It's not great. Overall, I have about a 20%, but I treat it as 15%. But let's say 20%, so 4% did rush twice. Great. Now, out of 3 times, it's a bit higher, but still, you don't want to see yourself getting rushed. I think I only have 1 stamina recovery skill on this Symboli Rudolf too, so that doesn't help. I thought I had Gourmand too, on top of Swinging Maestro. Well, either way, we're gonna see what happens during the final leg's last spurt, so shrug. My timestamps probably call it final leg, but you get the point. I'm not going too crazy. Now, if someone wants to correct the phrasing I'm using, feel free to, but, and then I'll change it. But we'll see. Ines Fujin right in front of our face, but my training seems to be good so far, but it's not... I have not gotten to what I wanted yet. Yes, essentially things like Straightaway Spurt, the green skills, Kyoto Racecourse, standard, length, distance, Spring Runner, right-handed, so those things. I think those things are going to be what I focus on. It would be great to get the strategy/distance spurtaways and corners, but it's more important to make sure I have enough HP, because I think I'm going to run into more quote-unquote debuffers than I thought. I'm gonna watch my Symboli Rudolf here really quickly, because I'm pretty sure she's gonna run out of stamina. So, but otherwise, I mean, it's not gonna matter, because we're so far ahead that even if we slow down here... Okay, not. Maybe. Okay, I'm wrong. But, anywho, keeping in mind, there are no debuffers, so that's... I shouldn't really need to worry about running out too early and therefore losing, but hey, things happen. Also, pace chaser linebackers is the common phrase I use for getting blocked by pace chasers. Now, what I actually decide to do for the Gemini Cup, we'll see. Otherwise, I'm gonna if I can do it, I'll fit in some more gold chip boxes. But without further ado, not really much else in this video. Again, if you have anything to say, any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to say so. We're just ending the video now, so I don't want to take up much more of your time. But yeah, without further ado, I'll keep doing what I do. If there's anything else, I'll make a video on it. But otherwise, yeah, just more gold chip. And then I think the only other thing to say is right at the end screen here is that the event period is usually when I use up a lot of my toughness 30s. Not that I have a lot of them, but I'm trying to do my best as the free-to-play. So yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!